Tonight, from London, England, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports. It's the London Black Knights taking on the Buffalo Bills.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the London Black Knights. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at the Londoners as they get ready here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the visit, the first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Allen going to go to the air right away. Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 65 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Allen's throw is complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
So this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On play action, Allen works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo first down.
Looking to throw. Allen. And this is Cook with the grab.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Throwing now is Allen.
On the slant, he's got Davis. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. To the air, Allen. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Allen now on 3rd and goal. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Bills! Dawson Knox, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Bills put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They're going to look to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive.
In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one, because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Allen. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
First carry for Kenneth Gainwell.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return.
So here are the Bills to take over.
They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On the counter, here's Williams.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Finding Knox there, complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Rolling. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. Flush to his right. Allen hit. He lost the football. It's going the other way. The 40. 20. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
These two teams all tied after one. Second down and 3. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Play action. Now it's Allen. Uncorks one for Davis. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second in a couple.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
On second down, Gainwell looking for space.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll look to throw now on first down.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now back to throw. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 44-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. Down to the 42, second down.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
First down, here's White. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Now a handoff coming left is Gainwell.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
He'll drop to throw.
Here's White. They set up the screen. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. To throw, it's Allen. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. That was a 3rd and somewhat manageable, now not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Here's Matt Araiza now.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And they'll begin on the ground with Gainwell. And they work this out past the 25. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Back to throw now on first down. That's complete to White. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there.
They run behind center with Gainwell.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. Back to throw. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45.
Here's Jake Camarda now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And the Bills getting set to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Allen. And Diggs has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Knox.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Davis fighting. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He'll drop this underneath for Gainwell.
And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was the visiting Titans who were able to walk away with the road victory. Ryan Tannehill, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium, and they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Devontae Parker, a touchdown catch in the victory. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
And here's a handoff to Gainwell.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On play action, they'll throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Off play action. Allen throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, Allen. It's complete to Diggs.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Allen off the play fake. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, Allen. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And Davis has it over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Two yards left on 2nd down from the 9.
Here's Allen to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they'd have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
On play action, Allen steps away. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Allen going to try and keep it.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Allen, a 4-yard touchdown scamper.
And the Bills have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the 2nd half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
Bass on for the extra point.
And that makes it 14-10. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
London about set to take over on offense. So the offense back out now, coming off its 1st interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are, but what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Bills are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He's got a man that's caught left sideline. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A very solid gain of 27.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 22, Allen. Quick toss to Knox. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
On 2nd down, Williams. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They'll come out in the pistol.
Throwing now is Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Now Allen.
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
London about set to take over on offense.
Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
On the handoff, Gainwell.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. This is caught by Evans. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41.
They'll try the left side with Gainwell. And he's got it to about the 40.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw here. It's grabbed over the middle by White.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. And, Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen looking left side. It's complete. He's got it.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. Now a give up the middle to Williams. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
The Bills on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. To the air, Allen. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
And he is going to have a Bills first down. They needed 4, he doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Allen. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 2nd down, Cook. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Bills might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team is playing, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now. That time a 9-play drive. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. London about set to take over on offense.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's the tight end Hurst with it.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 4th down.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 14 yards that time for number 14. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Here's Allen. Touchdown! Dawson Knox with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Bills have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. High throw, but he makes the catch. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He's got White here. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Bills, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week.